Hello everyone, my name is Crystal and welcome to episode 1 of ChrisTalk. Today's topic I'll be covering is job slash work, so let's get started. As some of you guys know, if you know me in real life or know of, I currently have a job. I've been working for 2 years. Well, by the time I am recording this, it's been past 2 years. I can't say where I work because of, company, employee, policy, whatever it is. But what I can tell you, I've been working in a retail store. So there's like pros and cons when it comes to working retail. But for one of them, which is coworkers, they're like in both categories, because in the pros you're friends with like some of the workers that's like older, younger, around your age, and then when it comes to cons, there's like some that gets on your nerves and such, especially the managers. I don't want to specifically say which manager is a pain in the ass for me, but if you work in the same job as me, then you probably know who it is. Because I was working on the 15th of June, and that's on a Saturday, which is one of my unavailable days, and one of my managers asked that I should, pick up more hours since I'm not in school, but due to like commitments I have, like, YouTube, Wattpad, transportation, and then regarding schedules of my family, I don't want to get more hours because I'm fine with like the hours that I have right now. And I find it annoying that managers don't realize that some of us has other commitments. Because I know like some of my coworkers, they end up quitting because it's either because of the managers or maybe it's because of the pay. I can't say how much I'm being paid right now. So yeah, there's one thing that I wanted to add to this. So customers nowadays, they end up paying with like $100, especially like after we get our tilt change as a cashier, and as soon as we rung up the customers, they end up giving a one, and then they end up getting like all of our 20s, and I'm like, do you not have smaller bills? Most of the customers I have that's like paying with 100 after a till gets changed is the elders. Like, do they not understand that after we get our tilt changed, they don't think of paying with a smaller bill? Because somewhere in North Shore, there's like, I think it's North Shore, but there's like this shave ice store that I went like a few weeks ago. They had this sign saying like, we don't accept 100 bills or larger than 20, something like that, which I highly respect, because nowadays people may not have, well, people as in cashiers or whoever's working on the register, they don't have enough bills to break down a 100. And it would be nice if my job has that sign. Like, I mean, I don't mind if they pay with a 50, but when it comes to 100, there should be a sign saying we don't accept that certain bill, so it's easy for our tilt to have enough change for those paying with cash. And yeah, pros and cons, I forgot. So obviously when it comes to the pros, it's obviously lunch, because it depends how long you're working in a day, because you get either like half an hour lunch. When I first started working, I was given like an hour, and then I had changed my availability, which means they have to change my department, and I end up working like half an hour, like having half an hour lunch. Because when I applied, I became like night stalker, and then I changed my schedule, and I end up being front end as a checker and self checkout. But when it comes to cons, obviously it's like the Karens, the shoplifters. What sucks is like you're not allowed to stop shoplifters, because you'll never know if something happens to you, and you might get like terminated if you like interfere with the shoplifters. But when it comes to like Karens, honestly, oh my god, I always feel like after dealing with a Karen and I go back to like scanning items for the customers, like I start to have this feeling of nervousness, because like I don't want to like mess up and such. Okay, let me talk about what's like the best time to work, because during my 2 years of working, I end up working mostly in the evening. And when I was working on the weekends, they would have me in the morning. So the best time to work would be evening, in my opinion, or I would say around afternoon. But when I was working on the weekend, like I think during like a few months after I applied, they end up putting me in the morning. And honestly, I do not like the morning because of one of my coworkers. As of right now, I have two coworkers that I don't want to work with in the morning. That's why I like working in like afternoon slash evening. But before, I was working until midnight, and I was a day stalker on that time. No, not day stalker. I was night stalker at that time. And then I was working 3 to 11. They got me working in like night stalker slash front end checker. And when I was going in my first year of college, I ended up doing like 3 to 10 p.m. would be like the best time to work. But what's scary working in the nighttime is like, mostly shoplifters, creepy people. I wouldn't say creepy, but like some homeless people would like come in and try to buy stuff. But I remember this one time, this one homeless looking person, like he would end up asking people to buy like a certain item for them. I mean, there are people out there who are generous to, just be nice and buy that person an item and such. But it's kind of scary because, like, I don't know, what if someone said no and that homeless person ends up, attacking and such. But, there's nice people out there who's doing nice things for others, so shout out to them. Honestly, I kind of want to go back to working as night stalker because, as some of you guys don't know, I'm an introvert. I enjoy working as night stalker because, there's going to be like some people like, they're going to ask you for a certain item as you stock the shelves, and I don't mind that. But since now I'm a front end cashier slash, well, actually I'm multi-purpose, so I'm like a all-rounder triple threat type of thing. I end up being like checker, self-checkout, and if my check stand is like empty, I would help out in stocking, fixing the shelves. Yeah, I miss being a night stalker. Oh, one thing to cover. The job I have, they have this thing called like, it's like a union for certain retail workers, and their job is to like, get the wages and benefits you deserve. I'm reading this off of Google because, I'm not smart. Smarter, baby, smarter. I should include that song as a little background promo, whatever. Yeah, cause like when I first started, they as in my work, they wanted me to like call the union and get started with such, and they end up sending you like this big packet thing, and you have to fill out this was it beneficial? I don't know, it's like something with the benefit card, and then you have to just put a certain person to get the benefit, and then it includes life insurance if I remembered correctly, but I have my family's one, so yeah. So when it comes to like putting your availability, whether or not you're in school or not, oh my god, it's like so confusing because how do I explain this? So like if you're like 18 plus, you have to work like 24 hours a week. And some of my coworkers, I know some of them are working like 8 hours a day, 5.75 hours a day, 5 hours, 4 hours. Because a certain hours you have to work on a day is like between 4 to 8. And some of us has like unavailable days, so it's like an unpaid day off, but you can't be contacted while you're off. Like when my coworkers have like a day that's like blank, meaning that's like their day off, the manager can use that day to like call them in case something happens, like one of our coworkers are out sick, something came up and they called out, and there's like this thing called a no call no show, which I would have done in the first place. It depends if I have a good reason though, like if you're scheduled on a day and something came up but you don't like inform the manager, or you don't like show up, the managers would put like a no call no show, and I guess they would have to call that person and see what's up. I don't know if I'm allowed to like say this, but like earlier this week, a few days ago, like one of my coworkers, they were suspended for like 3 days because he could have sworn a month before he graduated, he informed the managers that he'd be off on the week that he graduated, but I guess according to the managers, they didn't get anything. And then I guess he was no call, no show for like 2 to 3 weeks, and he got suspended for 3 days starting on the day like he came back to work. But as of right now, he's already back to work, and I can't mention names, but if you work in the same job, then you already know who it is. Obviously, the pros is like money, because even though I can't say how much hours I'm being paid, I would say I would get around $200 to $300 a week. It depends if like how many hours and days I'm working, because I think for the summer I'm working like 5 days, and then I have my unavailable days, which is Wednesday and Saturday. It's really good to have like at least one weekend off and then one weekday as well. The reason why I did Wednesday is because, it's the middle of the week, and then Saturday, because most of my friends that I know, they're off on a Saturday. And when it comes to like Sunday, I think when I saw my paycheck, it said something like first Sunday premium. Was it first? I don't know, something that has to do with the Sunday, because when you work on a Sunday, on my work, it's like an extra hour pay, like an 1 hour pay, and I always want to, and it's really good to work on a Sunday because of that hour pay. Oh, especially the holidays. Yeah, I think holidays is like a good day to get paid. Like, I don't really know how much the holiday paid. Like, I remembered I was working on, let me just do, like, for this year. Yeah, so, I know I worked on New Year's Day. Sorry, I'm just checking. I think Martin Luther was a holiday. I think Martin Luther is a holiday pay, too. And right now I'm checking on my January schedule, because I always put my schedule on my calendar in case. I mean, I have both the schedule, like, from my work website thing, and then I always put it on my iPhone calendar, but I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. I just need to find it. Hold on. I think President's Day was it. I forgot which day. I think it was, yeah, so February 19 was President's Day. Yeah, I'm not good at keeping up like which day is a holiday, which one's state holiday and such. I don't think there was anything on March. I don't think St. Patrick's Day would it. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's good to have a holiday pay and an extra hour pay on Sundays. This is so awkward when it comes to recording the first episode of your solo podcast, since you're so used to recording it with a partner. If I wasn't working retail, I would have worked somewhere else. I always want to work in like a job that I enjoy the most, because as you know, I mentioned in my intro video, there's this podcast called Fan Lounge that I do with Law, and it was mostly about like K-pop topics, like K-drama, K-pop songs, Korean groups. Here in Hawaii, there's like, I think all I know, there's 2 Pacific stores that sell K-pop stuff, which is Pink Box and K-pop Friends, and I would count as Target, since they also sell K-pop items, but K-pop Friends and Pink Box are the 2 stores I know that sells K-pop stuff. But it would be nice though to work in one of those, because I have knowledge with K-pop. I mean, I would have gotten that job at first instead of working in retail, but those 2 are also retail, since they sell, because I know when it comes to retail, it's grocery stuff, but if it's like music store related, I don't know, I'm really dumb. I think that's it for episode 1. I really should put more knowledge to jobs and works, because those who just turned 18 are 18 and you guys are still looking for a job, it's really nice to know like the pros and cons, and yeah, I think that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoy episode 1. For episode 2, I'll be talking about education, specifically about like schools and colleges. So, yeah, see you guys there.